Welcome to the Dice Tower, a video podcast about board games and the people who play them. This is a special episode of the Dice Tower in which Tom and Melody Vasel talk about their top 100 games. And now, here are your hosts, Tom, Melody, and Holly Vasel.
Welcome to the Dice Tower!
Hi, I'm Tom Vasel, and we're going to show you some more games in our top 100. You all are very happy.
I like this game because you're trying to get in front of the other cars.
And you like racing games, I think, to some degree. And this is an interesting one. Gumball Rally has nothing to do with gumballs, I guess. Just that the cars are colorful. And each turn of the game, each player is going to pick a racing card from their hand. And these cards come in different colors and in different numbers. So after they put them down, we start with the leader. He played a 6, nothing happens. And the next guy, he played a 10, that's higher than a 6, so he gets to go in front. Then we start with the third place guy. He played a 7, which is higher than a 6, but even if it wasn't, he would get to move up because it's the same color. And then the guy in the back of the line, he played a 3, so he doesn't get to move at all. Once everyone's moved, we turn over a hazard card. Aha, it's the sun, yellow. So whoever played the highest yellow card, which is this card right here, has to go to the back of the line. So you always have to watch out for those hazards. And we keep doing that until we get the different checkpoints. At different checkpoints, people get points. Whoever's in first place, second place, and third place. And at the end of the game, whoever gets points goes first. It's a very fast, interesting racing game. There's a lot of luck in it, but I find it okay. I think Melody likes it more than I do. Tide of Iron is a game that was on my top 200 list last year and the year before that, and finally it's made my top 100 list, and I really am almost at a loss to explain why it shot up so much, but I realize that I enjoy it that much. Not so, and that's even without me playing some of the newer expansions, but look how big the box is. You look at the pieces, well, I guess that bag was open, but you look at the trucks and you look at the tanks for the game, and they're really good quality and they're a nice scale. This is the kind of tank that I want to move around. In fact, you could even substitute Axis and Allies miniatures vehicles in, and they're almost the same size. So the boards, putting it together, making the scenarios, there's not the quite huge access to scenarios that you'll get maybe, let's say, in Memoir 44, but the whole squad level combat of this game is one that's really not done anywhere else with miniatures. Yeah, you got ASL and you got Combat Commander, and those games can sometimes make you scratch your head with their complexity. But this style of game is a lot of fun. The pieces are tremendous. It's just one that I really enjoy playing, and so it deserves to be in the top 100.
I like this game because you're trying to kill the other people who...
But you're a girl. You want to kill other people?
The, game people.
Oh, that's different. All right, go ahead.
What?
Oh, I mean, why else do you like the game?
Because they're moving around trying to get land.
I have to say, I'm really surprised that Melody liked this game. When I got it, I kind of had her play because I really wanted to try it out and wasn't really expecting to, find a lot from the game. But the game has 2 to 3 players, and there's different races that you can play. We're not going to get out all the pieces and show them to you, but do see that there's a whole lot of neat things in the box. So basically, you're taking races of people, whether they be dwarves or tritons or elves, and you're moving them across the board, attacking other people, but it's diceless combat. It's very simple, and it's very easy, and Melody picked up on it pretty quickly, even though she kept picking the same race, Amazons, because they're girls, and she knew the girls would win. But Melody doesn't always win this game, but she does win sometimes, and apparently she likes it quite a bit, as do I. For the 4th year now, Fairy Tale. has made my top 100 lists, and much like garden competition, as I mentioned a while ago, this is not the kind of game that I sit around and go, ooh, it's on my top 100 list. Now, my kids think that having fairies in a game is fantastic, but this is less like fairy tale, more like adventures and animation, Yakazumi from Japan or something like that. Basically, the game is very simple. You take some cards, you play, you pick one out of 5 cards, you pass the other 4 to your neighbor. Then you take the 4 that are passed to you, you pick one, you pass 3 to your neighbor, and you keep going until you have 5 cards in your hand. Then you play a card down on the table, flip it over, everyone flips them over, some cards take out other cards, but most cards just simply give you points in some manner or fashion depending on what else is on the table, and whoever has most points at the end of doing this 3 times wins. Seems like it's too simple to be fun, and it doesn't really grab you until you play through the whole game, and then it's fantastic and you want to play it over and over and over and over again, and that, ladies and gentlemen, is why it's on my top 100 games.
Because you're trying to steal other chickens' feathers and it's more memory.
Chicken Cha 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 is a game that's little kids are going to like quite a bit. It's really colorful when you set it up. You have these big wooden chickens that you're moving around the board, and you're moving them around onto these different spaces, but you can't move them until you find that tile in the middle. So let's look at Melody's piece there. She has to find flowers. So on her turn, she turns over one of the tiles in the middle. It's not flowers. Her turn's done. I'm trying to find the egg, so I turn over a tile, not the egg. And we continue going back and forth until someone finds what they need. Woohoo! Once I find the egg, I can go again. Now I have to find the flowers. Still didn't find it. And once you can, if you remember where Hope on Char, you might be able to move pretty far in your turn, and if you move past the other person, you will steal their feather. You steal feathers from everyone else in the game, and you are what?
The winner!
Now, Melody, do you think that maybe you're starting to get too old for this game?
No.
No? You still like it a bit? Can you beat me at it?
Maybe.
Yeah, probably. My memory's not so good. Has great pieces. What kids can play this game?
5 or up.
5 or up? You don't think little kids can play it?
Yes.
All right. Okay, well maybe there's not in this box, Holly. Here I am in the same episode showing yet another large box game, War of the Ring, but it's just an amazing game after you get through all these piles of instructions and game boards and you see bag after bag of pieces. There's so many different pieces that are included with the game. Orange pieces, blue pieces, and I have the expansion in here. That's why there's a few other extra pieces that you might not notice if you own the set at home. Now this War of the Ring used to be much higher on my list. Here it is at number 53, when at one point it was number 15 when it first came on the list. I like it still quite a bit, but I suspect it's going to be even farther next year because I think that while I used to say War of the Ring was the definitive Lord of the Rings game, the Middle-earth Quest, which just came out this year, and I got it and played it after I made this top 100 list, I suspect to see that one moving up higher and possibly, I hate to say replacing War of the Ring because War of the Ring has the war in it that I like, but man, I don't know. I mean, this game is great, tremendous components, unique abilities in the game, fantastic, but I don't know. Maybe we'll see it go down, but still, at this point, a really, really fun game to play. Alright, well, we'll see you next time, where we'll talk some more about some of our top 100 games. Until then, I'm Tom Vasel.
I'm Melody. And I'm Amy. And I'm Holly.
And you're all getting too heavy! Get off! Turn it off.
Thanks for joining us today. For more written, audio, and video reviews, as well as the #1 board game podcast, check out the website at www.thedicetower.com. Until then, this is Eric Summerer, and you've been watching The Dice Tower.
Say it again.